Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to dive into The Good Mother Myth by Nancy Reddy. This book takes a deep look at the societal pressures and cultural narratives that shape our expectations of mothers. It's all about the myths we're told about what it means to be a good mother, and how those myths can be incredibly harmful, not just to moms, but to the broader conversation about what parenthood really looks like. We'll be summarizing the main points and exploring why this book is a must-read for anyone interested in the complexities of motherhood and the unrealistic standards we often place on moms. So, let's get into it. The Good Mother Myth challenges the traditional idea that there's one perfect way to be a mother. Nancy Reddy takes a hard look at the supermom stereotype, the idea that mothers should juggle it all, work, family, personal life, and look flawless while doing it. Society often paints this image of motherhood as something that should be pure, selfless, and without flaws. But Nancy's message is clear. This image is a myth. It's not real, and it's certainly not healthy to hold on to these unrealistic expectations. What I really appreciate about this book is how it goes beyond just critiquing these myths. Nancy actually digs into how these societal standards impact women's lives on a daily basis, shaping everything from how they parent to how they see themselves. She examines the cultural forces that push these narratives, like advertising, media, and even social media, where the perfect mom is constantly portrayed as happy, organized, and doing it all without breaking a sweat. But the reality is far messier, and that's what Reddy brings to the forefront. Through a combination of personal stories, cultural critique, and thought-provoking analysis, she explores the way mothers are expected to sacrifice their own needs and desires for the sake of their children. The book calls out the damaging effects of this narrative, how it leads to burnout, guilt, and self-doubt. It creates this idea that if you're not constantly putting others first, then you're failing as a mother. But Nancy challenges that by offering a more nuanced and real-world perspective on what motherhood can and should look like. One of the most powerful points Nancy makes is about the importance of vulnerability and imperfection. She argues that motherhood, like any other part of life, is not about perfection. It's about learning, growing, and adapting to each moment. The myth of the good mother doesn't leave room for failure or for the messy, chaotic, and often exhausting reality of raising children. By accepting that motherhood is complex and varied, Reddy gives mothers permission to be real, to make mistakes, and to seek support when they need it. The book also doesn't just focus on the individual experiences of mothers, but also dives into the structural factors that contribute to these myths. She discusses how society's expectations of mothers are tied to larger systems, like the economy, workplace policies, and cultural norms that often make it incredibly difficult for women to achieve work-life balance. These pressures are compounded by the idea that moms should be able to do it all on their own. Nancy's book pushes us to think about how we can change these structures to make motherhood more supported and sustainable for everyone, not just for the few who can manage to fit into the idealized mold. Ultimately, the good mother myth is a call for change, both on a personal level and a societal level. It's about letting go of the harmful, limiting expectations of what it means to be a good mother, and embracing the full, rich, and varied experience of motherhood. Nancy gives voice to the struggles and challenges that so many mothers face, but she also offers a message of hope, reminding us that motherhood can be fulfilling and joyful, even if it's far from perfect. If you're a mom or planning to become one, or even if you're just interested in understanding the pressure placed on mothers, this book is a must-read. It's not only eye-opening, but it's also empowering, reminding us all that the good mother myth is just that, a myth. You don't need to fit into a mold to be a great mom. You just need to show up as yourself. So that's it for today's review. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more book reviews and discussions, and be sure to check the description for any links or resources that might be useful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.